Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of 1987, When the Day Comes, a South Korean political dramatic thriller from 2017 that is based on real-life events surrounding the June democracy movement in 1987, which stood against the regime of President Doo-hwan Chun. Now, protests intensified when it was revealed that a student activist who was participating in pro-democracy demonstrations against the regime was tortured to death during interrogation sessions. Now, in this film, authorities initially seek to conceal the event, but a group of journalists, students, lawyers, and other people attempt to bring the truth of the incident to the public. Now, we are actually introduced to our antagonists first in this film, and they seemingly know that they've made a mistake in torturing this man to death. And they legitimately do not want him to die at the very beginning of this film because of possible blowback from the public. So they basically went too far in their tactics to extract information from him. But what's done is done, so they decide to cover it up and move right along with other nefarious duties, like taking out political opposition. Meanwhile, a request for authorization of cremation for this young man's body comes across the desk of a prosecutor, played by Jung-woo Ha. And he already smells a rat here because his superiors are trying to push this cremation documentation through as quickly as possible before this guy's family even has a chance to see his body. So he knows something's up here. And his higher-ups start to throw back some big pressure down on this guy, this prosecutor, and it serves to just really piss him off because he's had enough of this crap, because he's seen this type of thing before. So he decides to piss against the wind and investigate and try to figure out what actually happened. And then the story then shifts from him to other people and how they're impacted by these events. So, I'm telling you right now, I do not follow politics very closely at all, and I am not a student of Korean history. But I still think that this movie is freaking awesome. It's really good. And the reason for that is that it's exceptionally well made. Its themes are universal, regardless of what country you live in, and I really connected with one of the characters in this film. Tae-ri Kim, the actress from The Handmaiden and Little Forest, plays a young college student who really wants nothing at all to do with politics or protesting. And that's kind of how I am in real life. My life in the United States in 2018 is about as good as I could hope for. I really do not have much to complain about, and therefore have little desire to protest or get involved in politics. I'd rather spend my time with family, go out to a nice dinner, watch a bunch of movies, or take a vacation, to Japan or something, right? My goal in life, really, to be honest, is to live the easiest and most enjoyable life I can, because it doesn't last very long. But I have my limits, right? And Tae-ri Kim's character is pushed to that limit. There was a point in this film where I basically thought, okay, sweetie, it's time to do something now. You know what I mean? Let's get rolling here. Because if I, a person who basically avoids conflict at any and all costs, were in her situation in this movie, you bet your ass I would have done something. You know what I'm saying? This movie inspired me so much, I actually cried at the end of this film. And this, it is a drama, but it's also kind of a political film as well. So that says something about how good this movie is. And her character is a big reason why. If her character wasn't in this movie, I may not have had that subjective connection to a particular character in the film. So she's essentially me in this movie, only far more attractive. And I would like to point out Tae-ri Kim's last three films, The Handmaiden, 1987, and Little Forest. And she's currently in a television series called Mr. Sunshine that is getting good reviews and is high on my priority list. Haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So she's on a hot streak right now of choosing good quality projects that really kind of bring out her talents as an actress. So hopefully she could keep it rolling. Now, I'm not even going to talk about all the other actors in 1987 because the cast is so loaded, it would take forever to discuss them all. But what I will say is that the director, Jung-woo Ha does a great job of balancing all of the characters and ensuring that everyone has their chance to shine in this, and you will recognize a lot of actors in this. It creates a strong sense of unity among people who do not know each other at all, which is really neat for a film to do. And that's another thing that makes the film special on a dramatic level, and also helps to elevate the suspense sequences because there's real stakes at play. Now, this director previously gave us the film Save the Green Planet from the early 2000s, but I would rank 1987 higher than that film if I were forced to rank this man's filmography. So that says something about how good this movie is, because Save the Green Planet is considered by a lot of people to be a contemporary classic of Korean film, and I think 1987 is a better film than that one is. So obviously, you have to watch this movie. You have no choice. You have to watch this. It's currently available on Amazon Streaming in the United States. I also noticed that it was on YouTube for like a $3 or $4 rental fee. So check this one out when you get a chance. I think you'll like it. And as always, I'll see you next time.